But the daylight came and washed away any chance of sanity. I would say 6. I thought you were phenomenal. You were absolutely brilliant. This is just
Hold on.
tough.
So 6 is the worst?
That's totally fine. I would say I'd give myself 2, but then I would give you number 1 just because you.
Oh, sorry. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Andy here. You know, a long time ago, a young Herbie Hancock and Miles Davis went to a nightclub together, and they were going to see a jazz pianist play. Now, Herbie Hancock himself is a famous jazz pianist now, but at the time was just kind of a young, upcoming upstart that Miles Davis saw some talent in. So Miles and Herbie are at this club, and this piano player is really knocking everybody out. Everybody is losing their minds over this guy. They cannot handle how good he is. And Herbie looks over at his mentor, an idol, and maybe the greatest musician of the 20th century, Miles Davis. He leans over to him and he says, you know, I can play like that if you want me to. And Miles looks back and he says, don't listen to music competitively. And it's with that in mind that today we look at this video from Jubilee, which is a very large YouTube channel, has a number of these videos in which they have people reduce themselves to their constituent parts. We have people being organized by blackness, good looks, people being organized by drinking. So it all seems pretty reductive and shallow. And they apparently did this to musicians. One thing musicians always love to do is to be compared arbitrarily to each other. So
being able to adapt and improvise is a big part of what is inherently a musician. Also playing multiple instruments, I think, is a sure-tale sign that you're talented musically across the board.
Okay, so we have 2 things there that are incorrect. 1, being able to improvise makes you a musician, and 2, being able to play multiple instruments makes you a musician, right? Like, is Pablo Casal's not a good musician because he only played 1 instrument? Coltrane, a lot of musicians, especially if you're a rhythm guitarist, if you're a bassist, if you're playing in a studio environment, if you're a classical musician, you are not going to improvise. You are going to play exactly what they put on the chart, and your ability to play it exactly on the chart is how you're going to get that job. Guys, before I continue, just going to ask you to please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel grow.
The skills, and then there's this sensibility, like how people are gonna feel about your music.
Even like different genres, I feel like I would judge it slightly differently. Like if I'm at like a prog or a metal show and I see some like drummer or someone just like going ham, I'm like, hell yeah. But if I'm at like a Phoebe Bridgers concert, I'm just like, yes, Queen, break my heart. Like you know?
Yo, already love the kid in the... He's dressed like a parrot head right here, like a Jimmy Buffett fan.
Went through a breakup recently, so I wrote a song last week. And I actually wrote it on the piano, which I started playing last week, so. The stars aligned so perfectly when I first met you. Could have sworn that we would get through anything.
Oh, jeepers, okay.
But the daylight came and washed away any chance of sanity. I need to be free.
Okay. This is a rough performance. I don't know why he's playing the piano if he learned it last week. He's not playing poorly, he's just playing chords he learned. He doesn't have the proper kind of hand positioning, I don't think. I'm not a piano player, but also look at his fingers, how much they shake as he's playing this. Yeah, he's real nervous. When you're really, really nervous, your throat is gonna close up and you can see and you can hear him push everything through his head and out through his nose, and so it flattens out his vocal a little bit.
Thank you.
What? Okay. All right, so he is playing. He's playing that tune, which is a song by Lindsey Buckingham, which is a great song and really tricky to play. It's a weird piece for him to choose because it's actually really difficult to play, but it sounds very simple. You have a polyrhythmic finger-picking pattern on your right hand. You're doing all these tough pull-offs and things and landing these 4-fret chords, and it's a tricky song to play. Like, if you can play that song that well, then you should continue to pursue guitar as a profession. But he's doing cello. He's doing the prelude piece. I would guess that he started playing guitar and cello around the same time, and now he's up to a pretty advanced mode if he's playing that. But you can hear when he plays the cello that he's still very much struggling to get that tone. People are going to say, oh, you're being too harsh. No, playing any sort of string instrument, a violin, a viola, bass, cello, that requires a bow, much more difficult to get even just the most basic listenable tone. It'll often take players years to be able to play just a note and have it sound pretty. You can even see those little stickers on the fretboard, or it's not fretboard, it's a fingerboard. I don't know what they call it in cello, but there's no frets. I have frets. These frets demarcate different notes and chords that you can play. They don't have any frets on the cello, and so sometimes beginning musicians will put stickers at different places on the cello to let them know kind of where the different chords are. You can hear he's flat here, and that's okay. He's still learning. I love the guy in the space pants next to him who's a musician for a week, and this kid's obviously been playing for years. I really think it shows like how far along in guitar somebody can get to a place where they could probably audition to get into various music schools, maybe could even start playing on some studio tracks, and then to see where they are at the same time with cello, which is still very much a beginner and still very much learning how the instrument really works. Okay. So this guy is a good drummer. These are obviously music students or people kind of I don't know where they got them from. This guy is a good kind of jam band sounding drummer. He's clearly listened to a lot of John Bonham, likes Zeppelin. We all like Zeppelin. He has that kind of heavy behind the beat feel, but quick, bouncy little beats, a lot of little fills, kind of, blues rock style drummer.
I'm about to lose my mind, about to lose my mind.
Okay, holy cow, let's look at what she's doing here. Beautiful, beautiful voice, all the technique in the world. She's able to get those vibratos and those pitch shifts. She can go all over the scale that she wants. I don't know that she's a trained guitar player. The other kid is obviously a very trained guitar player, very schooled. She seems to me to maybe be somebody teaching herself, because look at how she kind of finds the chords as she's going. See, she finds it there, but she keeps singing. She doesn't lose the technique. She doesn't lose the voice. She's just like, I'll find it. Oh, it's around here somewhere. It seems as if she's still a beginning guitar player, but she knows these kind of wonky, jazzy chords that a lot of guitar teachers aren't going to teach you right away. So I wonder if she's teaching herself guitar. They mic'd them terribly. Very good. He's nervous too, but that's okay. So for some reason, everybody else got a direct line in recording. This, they seem to be recording just like with like a boom mic or something. Maybe there was some recording mistake. Maybe somebody didn't plug something in. But I really love that little classical piece. I recognize it, but I don't remember the name. I will put the name right here. It sounds Chopin-like. Even though I know how difficult it is to play the Never Going Back Again thing, I would venture to guess that this is maybe a more difficult piece. And so in terms of just kind of chops and technical ability, it might be him in the lead right now. We'll see. She's not nervous. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. She's the best musician there. Very, very clearly to me. She's extraordinarily confident. Even though they didn't mic this piano at all, I can still hear the dynamic shifts between the lower notes and the higher notes, and the rubato kind of feel of the keys across the piano as they kind of fall out of the song. I don't know. It's really hard to tell tonally where she is, but just from what it sounds like and her ability just to focus in on the song, I would guess that she's a professional classical musician or well on her way to being one. They went from absolute beginner to like professional musician and just didn't tell anybody, and my guess is she's a professional musician. She's very good. Okay, now we're going to rank ourselves.
One second.
This dude's like, I maybe showed up at the wrong time.
I would say 6. I thought you were phenomenal. You were absolutely brilliant. This is just
Hold on.
tough.
So 6 is the worst?
Totally fine.
5.
Whoa. What are you talking about? Hold on. Blue Hair is given 6 and... Okay, all right. All the nice things I have said about this man, no, you are not putting these two at the end. The dynamic, the complexity of those songs is 1,000 times more difficult than... Wow.
4 would be, I thought you were sick. Your voice is great. I would say 3. I thought you were phenomenal. Your voice is beautiful. I would say I'd give myself 2, but then I would give you number 1 just because you...
I would give myself 2. You know he wants to give himself 1. You are not a musician yet, my friend. Or maybe you are. You're a very, very early on beginning musician. You just started playing a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry, you gotta keep with it. You gotta keep playing. But the fact that you'd have the temerity to call yourself basically you want to call yourself the best musician there, and then you pick the guy who played the drums, who's good, but he isn't as good as... All right, man, you heard them play.
That shit blew my mind, so I thought that
Thank you,
that was
dude.
good. Yeah, I thought he was the man. I mean, like, I'm just a huge fan of drums. The second I saw that, I was like, lit.
And we have to rank ourselves? Oh, geez. Okay, I'm gonna have to give you a 6 just because.
Right
you know,
away.
I didn't see-
Right away. My man's like, oh gosh, we have to make this decision. This is gonna be so hard. You're number 6. Like right away. Bro, oh my God, please have everybody rank this kid 6.
a lot of musical stuff. Songwriting, it'd be probably a different number. 5, probably 1 instrument. I didn't get a lot of variety.
So?
Probably 4. I just saw a lot of drums. I love the drums.
I don't get this, like, you have to play multiple instruments in order to be musical to this kid? Yeah, Jimi Hendrix was a putz. He only played guitar.
But I didn't get a chance, I guess, to see like what else you could do. I'll give myself a 3. I'd probably give you a 2 just for your voice. I'm gonna have to give you a 1 just because not only did you basically nail that piece that you played, but like just the expression, the dynamic was
Thank you.
huge.
Dynamics, that's what it was.
That's yes.
So
Thank
good.
you. Okay, this woman over here, I was she played a piece that moved me, and it wasn't even mic'd well. I'll give my ranking at the very end. Okay, stay tuned to the end for my ranking of all these.
6. I mean, I like
Right
it.
away,
I
give it a
felt
6.
like she broke my heart too.
She probably
Like,
did, bro. She probably did.
Okay, I'll
dude's
give
being
you
very
the
nice.
5. I would give you the 4. So I would give myself the 3rd. I think I'm gonna. Oh Jesus. I think I'm gonna give you the 2. Your piano, especially as a pianist myself. I think that's why I vibe the most with her. But just
Thank
the
you.
piece that
Okay,
you
so
played,
these
I was
people
like,
are not crazy.
As for 6th, just the lack of experience, I guess.
I love it so
your
much.
songwriting.
It seems to be a common thing.
I think it was.
The kid is. Look, I'm sorry. You kind of deserve it, man. Like, you gave yourself number 2 and you've been playing the instrument for a week. You shouldn't be here. John Lennon has a very good song called Instant Karma.
For 5, I guess maybe Daniel. 4, I would probably give to Sedo. Yeah, I would give myself a 3. Probably Michael a 2. And then I'd say Mary, I'd give you a 1. I would listen to you like in the
Summer.
car on a late night drive. I got head chills when you were singing. So
She got head chills. Yeah, her voice is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Don't want to underemphasize that. But I will say Summer is better at piano than she is at judging other artists, in my opinion.
I think I'm just gonna give myself the 6 because is that lame?
Yeah.
Just rank yourself honestly.
I'm really sorry. I think I'm gonna give you the 6. The song was like super moving and beautiful, and I would want to see it. So I feel like that
you
discredits
cry?
you a lot.
Did you cry?
In the inside?
Oh, man. Don't
I
take
think
it
I'll
like
give
that.
myself the 5. I think I'm gonna give you the 4, and it might just be because I'm in a band and I'm like always seeing guitarists. I think I'm gonna give.
So he is in a band. Yo, shot this guy across the across the bow. I'm always saying, guitarist, man, you don't stack up. If this guy ever watches this, ask the guitar players in your band to pay. Not bland, Freudian. Ask the guitar players in your band to play that tune.
I think I'm gonna give you the 3.
Yeah.
But, God damn it, you were so good. But I'm also very like pop and rock oriented. And then I think I'm gonna give you 2nd. But in terms of like 1 of like I think what I would want to go see on a Friday night, I think it would be you because beautiful voice and solid guitar playing.
Yo, my man is making his move. He has a crush on this girl.
In terms of like 1 of like I think what I would want to go see on a Friday night, I think it would be you because beautiful voice and solid guitar playing.
I'm rooting for these two. End up together. Jubilee. Do one good thing in your life and put these two people I need these people to be in a relationship with each other. I haven't seen a meet cute like this in a movie in like 20 years that I enjoy. This is such a sweet little moment.
Give you the 6 just based off of the fact that I think if you practice more piano and you get those quote unquote 10,000 hours because I think songwriting.
Or like 1,000 hours. Musicians are just nice people. It's hard to be like a raving asshole and be a great musician of some kind.
I'm gonna give myself the 5. I would give you the 4 because you went crazy. There was like 20 different time signatures that you were
She
playing right
likes
now. Like
it.
that was ridiculous. I think I'm gonna give you the.
Were there more than one time? Hold on, let me look at the time signature here. So she thinks time signature changes are just fills, which is okay. Or it could have just been like she was so impressed that she misremembered it, but he only stayed one time signature. That's okay.
Crazy.
And up together.
There was like 20
And
different
up
time
together.
signatures that you
See
were
how
playing
she put
right
them
now.
together,
Like,
5 and
that
4?
was ridiculous. I
Rooting
think
for
I'm
these
gonna
two.
give you the 3. I'm gonna give you
Disagree.
the 2 just because I almost
disagree.
cried when you played. I'm gonna give you the 1.
Lovely.
The fact that you can pick up so many different instruments and play it so well is something that I strive as an artist. Like I want to be able to play like 20 different instruments.
Play what you want, but don't go down the 9 different instruments route unless you're really focusing on one of them at the same time.
It's Julius. Number 5 is Summer. Number 4
What?
is Daniel. Number 3 is Michael. Number 2.
Hold on. Summer is number 5? Instagram is... It has to be because it wasn't recorded very well. Sorry, Instagram, but you're totally the... Whoa! Okay. That's so weird. I don't know why they gave this guy who had the exact same piano and the exact same audio difficulty. He's number 1 and she's number 5. She's just a very good pianist and a better pianist than he is a drummer. I mean, you really can't compare a lot of the time different instruments and chops because different instruments take different amounts of time to master, et cetera, et cetera. To put this woman at number 5?
A little disappointed I got in last, because if you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last. Also, if you're last, you're last. More power to him. I don't hate that kid. I wish him well. He could be a really great piano player at this point.
I got number 1 for the audience, but I feel like it's very subjective. And in terms of the ranking by musicians, I got 4, and I was also fine with it.
Good.
It's how they felt,
Exactly.
you know. And
When you get to be good at an instrument, it's kind of its own reward. You don't need to be the number 1 thing. That's why there aren't really competitions like this.
Music for me isn't a competition, it's an art form. It's
Exactly.
something that
Mary.
makes me feel like I can express myself and connect with other people.
She
which
can,
is something
absolutely.
that has always been super important to me.
Okay, here is the correct ranking of these different musicians. Number 6 is my man Julius, for obvious reasons stated here. Number 5 is the drummer. He's not a bad drummer. The other thing is when we hear drummers, often they've quantized those beats in post, so they've put all the beats exactly where they should be with a computer. And so when you hear a live drummer, it often feels a little bit weird because we're also used to hearing quantized drummers now. Now, number 4 is going to be the gentleman in all blue. He is a good guitar player. He surprised me with that Lindsey Buckingham bit. And he also surprised me that he can also play cello. I will give Sedo number 3 here. Really lovely piece. Now we've got Mary and Summer at 2 and 1. I am going to put Mary at number 2. Mary just has a gorgeous, gorgeous voice. To be honest, that type of R&B singing doesn't always land perfectly in my ears. She goes all the way through these scales with her voice, and it's a really, really kind of modern and cool way of singing. And my guess is that she just didn't have a lot of time, so she's just trying to show everything she's got in this little amount of time. And Summer is the best musician there, I think, without near rival. I think she's just really got the technique down of that piece, which had so many different kind of emotions and colors to it and flavors. In terms of a competition of who's the best musician or who has the most talent in a particular instrument, I would say it was her. She showed me the best just individual ability on an instrument today, and so she wins. I thought she was really terrific, and I hope that she continues to play, and if she's not a professional musician, I hope she considers it. That is it for this week. Thank you guys so much. Please consider liking and subscribing. I really enjoyed this. If you like this, please let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do more of them, if you have other suggestions of videos like this that you'd like to see my reaction to. And until next time, keep playing.